PartlySunny, which is an exhibit run by Dialogue City. We are one of 10 exhibits here at the DNC.
Yeah.
And PartlySunny, it deals with designs to change the forecast.
I just interpreted it
we essentially found a lot of designs around the world that address climate change. And as you follow me, I'll show you a little bit about our boards and our exhibition. So this project is Curitiba, which is a city in Brazil, and it's a medium-sized city where the mayor actually took initiative to design the city around transportation. So that's what makes the city a little unique, where the transportation, the growth of the city is focused on the transportation. So what's significant about this is also the bus rapid transit system. So the transport is predominantly by bus, but what makes this bus a little more efficient and interesting is that, first of all, there are designated lanes for these buses, so they don't have to deal with traffic. They're express lanes and they'll get you everywhere you want to go. Another thing is, as you can see here, the platforms are raised, so the buses don't have to lower to let the pedestrians on the streets. Another thing is, you pay before you get on the bus, so it's very efficient when the bus comes, much like a train. So a lot of the residents really use this program because it's efficient and fast, inexpensive, and it also reduces a lot of carbon emissions, where initially they would drive their car, but now that they have this bus system, it's much better for the environment.
Thanks. Where are we going next?
We will go to... So we are at food, and this is the Farmer's Diner. This Farmer's Diner is located in Vermont, and this business model is pretty interesting because it's a local diner that takes food locally and uses all the resources right next to you, and it makes a restaurant where everyone can get really fresh fruit and food immediately. So instead of worrying about the transportation costs of shipping food from far distances like California to get your vegetables, everything's really close and it's very economical as well as environmentally friendly.
My name is Gretchen Hooker, and I just completed my master's degree in industrial design at RISD, and I've been working with the PartlySunny project. This is a really interesting project that we're profiling as part of our exhibition. It's on the idea of cooperative utilities rather than having a for-profit company governing the production and distribution of energy, instead organizing communities around having their own alternative energy sources and managing the utility as a public trust, which reduces costs because it's essentially a nonprofit, and additionally makes it easier for that community then to reinvest any profits that come out of that back into growing their alternative energy resources and making energy more affordable and more renewable. So the Benny Farm is the example, and they are a housing development in Montreal. It was originally created for housing veterans and their families in the 1940s, and has been going through a period of renovation, creating 187 living units. Or excuse me, that's not correct. 550 affordable housing units, of which 187 are part of the Green Energy Program, and they're hoping, of course, to grow that with the ability to continually reinvest proceeds from the cooperative utility back into expanding that service for the community.
Are there any other plans to replicate this anywhere else?
I'm not sure. I know that all the projects that we're featuring, the idea or the reason that we have them here is because we're hoping that these strategies are something that will grow and become more common. I think that this project itself was pretty locally based, and sort of a cooperative effort between the engineers and architects located there and the community housing developments and stuff like that. But it's a great model for something that could happen pretty much anywhere. So.
Great, thanks.
Hi, I'm Callie Winkle. I just graduated from the Furniture Design Department at the Rhode Island School of Design. This project, Galveston Array, is a really great offshore wind farm project. Offshore wind is much more efficient than onshore wind because of the speed that the wind can generate over the flat ocean surfaces. There's no land obstructing it, no geographical features. So what's really cool about this project is that it takes old decommissioned oil rigs off the Gulf of Mexico and installs wind turbines on them. So part of the problem with offshore wind is that the farther out you go, the more efficient the wind is, but also the harder it is to install and the higher the cost because of the depth that you have to go to, and the farther the lines you have to run to bring the energy back to shore. But with these offshore oil rigs, the infrastructure is already there, and also the lines that would carry the electricity back to shore are already installed for the oil rigs. So this is a really great project that deals with not only energy but recycling and other things too. So.
And is that already in use?
It is in testing right now. They have a couple of test turbines out in the Gulf of Mexico, but they're expecting to have a working system out there by 2010. So, this project right here is called Smart Roofs, which is a project of Sustainable South Bronx, started by Majora Carter in New York City. What this project does is it takes the part of New York City that kind of is the most polluted and has the most congestion. It's kind of the lifeline of the rest of New York. It's not nearly as wealthy, and it has the most pollution. So Smart Roofs takes some of the roofs in New York City and it puts these green roofs on it, which have really great benefits. It increases the life of a normal roof, it improves air quality, it absorbs stormwater, reflects summer heat, and decreases energy consumption. But what's really great about this project is that it not only has all of these environmental benefits, but it also takes the time to teach how to use and how to install these roofs to the local people of the South Bronx, which is a really underprivileged area. So it also has an educational quality and an economic quality because it gives these people the opportunity, it teaches them job skills, and so it gives them a way to make money and a way to feel proud about their community and what they've created there.